Secondly, I think anybody getting into marriage needs to know himself, your capacity. Are you ready to communicate? Are you understanding? Marriage is all about dialogue. Somebody with a different opinion will want to communicate to you his own version or from the perspective with which he sees things. You will communicate yours from your own perspective, and there must be understanding in marriage. So the first thing is, how is your communication skill? The second thing I think about knowing yourself is your ability to manage conflict. As a man and the head of the home, you should be able to understand how to manage conflicts and differences in the home. It also boils down to your sense of empathy. Do you have empathy? Can you feel what other people feel? Can you feel their opinions? Can you understand them? You also need patience. If your patience is short, you don't have tolerance, then you will not do well in marriage. Marriage is about patience because you are dealing and living with somebody else that is not you. And you have to understand and empathize with the other party. The other thing also that I think that you need to know about yourself is, I call it domestic capacity. A lot of conflicts that we have tried to resolve in marriage is when the woman is complaining that the man is not supportive at home. She's not asking him to slave for her or be the wife while she becomes the husband. What she's just saying that they are building this home together. They need to work together as a family. So do you do domestic chores? It will help you a lot in marriage. What is your opinion? There are people who say there are things women do that they will never do. There are things men do that women will never do, and so on. But if you want your marriage to succeed, I think second thing is know yourself and develop yourself in all these attributes, and you will succeed in your marriage. A simple illustration is a woman who went to work, got stressed up at work, and coming home thinking that perhaps her husband is on leave and will have helped her do some domestic chores. But on her return, she discovers that the house is even worse than she left it, because this is a husband who believes that the wife has her role, while he, the husband, has his own role. I remember talking to somebody some time ago who said that he will burn water if he boils the water, so he doesn't go near the stove since the day he got married. But this is a wife of his who is now stressed from work. Now she comes back and discovers that nothing is done. Now you see, if he had empathy, he will have put himself in her shoes to understand what she went through today. She must have been stressed. And women being what they are, perhaps when she came back, she told him all she went through. But stepping into the kitchen, she discovered nothing was done. And even after she told her story, nothing is being done about what she said. He's still waiting for her to do the cooking. Now, it shows he does not understand what she has communicated. She does not understand what she has communicated. But for her to avoid conflict, that is also conflict management. She uses her capacity of conflict management to go do the dishes and get dinner for the family. So you see how it is. All these things interplay. It depends on how the couples manage it. You need to know yourself, and where you know you are not able to meet up the requirements of marriage, then work on yourself to be able to meet up this requirement. The whole concept of knowing yourself is doing a proper evaluation of your personality. If you think there is something wrong with your personality that will not give you good success in marriage, I will advise that you work on yourself. The whole idea is not to condemn you by yourself, but rather give you a proper perspective of what kind of a man or woman is required to get into marriage and have a perfect marriage the way God wants it. So whatever flaws you discover in yourself, the next thing you do after knowing yourself is work on these flaws. If you know you are short-tempered, learn to be patient. If you don't know how to manage conflict, you always want to have it your way, then you learn empathy. You learn to see things from other people's perspective. You learn tolerance, and so on. It will help you succeed in marriage. If you have any questions on this topic that we discussed today, you can drop it on our comment section. Thank you for joining us on today's broadcast. Until we come your way next time, don't forget to join us on our social media handles as displayed on the screen. I remain Dan Williams.
And thank you, Dan Williams.
See you next time,
and God bless you.